Good day. We are going to be talking today about why New Zealand is the way it is. If you look around nowadays, you see a country full of different climates, huge land masses changes, and a evolutionary branch of birds and insects nowhere seen on Earth. We're going to be slowly discussing about how this landmass came to be and why is it so special to everyone who lives in it, um, while also providing an excellent, an excellent resource to further see the evolutionary changes in animals and plants. Now let's discuss why NZ is the way it is. It all starts about 120 million years ago, when New Zealand was actually part of a landmass called Gondwanaland. This Gondwanaland was a supercontinent, which in the Plesiosaur era spanned about 100 million kilometers wide. This is about 1/5 of the Earth's surface. Most of this area at the time was actually in the Arctic Circle, which led to 3 months of complete darkness and 3 months in the summer of complete sunlight. The sun never sets, like it is in the Arctic today. But by 85 million years, New Zealand started to split apart as the whole supercontinent, so eventually through tectonic movement, eventually broke up from each other and it started to split away. But as it starts to move, by 55 million years, it finally settles down between the latitude of 60 degrees north and 50 degrees south. This is where it is today. But how was this island shaped? Well, this island was actually shaped by two of tectonic plates, the Australasia plate and the Pacific plates. These plates have converged together and caused New Zealand to kind of be stuck in between a huge tectonic wall, almost. As these tectonic plates push against each other and spread apart in the North Island, it is causing the mass eruption of landmass upwards, as we see in the Southern Alps, and the splitting apart, causing magma to come up from the Earth's core and eventually produce some volcanoes and hot springs. This has caused a wide range of climates in New Zealand, as in the North Island, due to the heat of the ground and due to it being further north, has created almost tropical climate, where a lot of the animals and plants have evolved in this way to better handle the heat. While in the Southern Alps, due to its cold climates and the high mountains, a lot of the plants and animals down there have evolved in such a way to handle extreme cold and freezing temperatures due to the weather change. But we can dive straight into how the evolution of the plants and animals have actually changed. Since New Zealand is, evolutionally speaking, one of the most isolated land masses on Earth, and it's caused these animals to completely change and fill new niches. There's only actually one species of mammals actually on New Zealand, and this is bats. All other mammals just did not jump on to the splitting of the supercontinent, and it's caused a lot of the birds that have been around to fill in the ecological niches that mammals would have filled in as. We can see that with roles like the kiwi, who have evolved into a flightless bird with a long beak, able to fill in the small mammal category, which is rooting around in the forest leaves and eating bugs and insects. While we see more large mammal niches being filled by the amazing moas that were unfortunately hunted to extinction. These birds were about 3 meters tall and grazed on the large plants and was able to become a keystone species in New Zealand, causing the environment around them to be changed to their liking. Now, these birds weren't the only things that filled in the ecological niches, as many insects started to become bigger and bigger, causing small niches which would have been filled up with rodents to be filled up with big insects like the weta. But you also see these ecological niches being filled by plants as well. Since we have a wide range of climates, we see the plants starting to fill in these radiations of areas where other species could have filled in the area. So we see more of a change from herbs to bushes as there's a new area, a new environment that these plants can jump into.